What's up guys, Triple C here. Today Rockstar released the new X80 PROTO car. Now I just got home from work, I didn't watch any YouTube videos, nothing. I'm gonna buy it now in this video, we're gonna fully customize it. We're gonna do a comparative stunt test, how it performs on various types of stunts, just like I did with the Reaper and the FMJ. So there's probably a lot of videos out there already checking out the top speed and everything. People said it will be a game changer. We're not testing the speed, we're not testing the handling on tracks or on different certain types of tracks. We're just going to be testing how it performs on certain types of stunts. So yeah, let's go check it out. It should be at Legendary Motorsport. Travel and Transport, Legendary. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Grotti X80 Proto, 2.7 million. That is expensive. I got the money though, so let's just go. We'll just take it in white. Alright, so obviously now we gotta wait until it's delivered. I'll just skip this part. And one more thing, if you saw my previous video on the FMJ and the Reaper, because there were so many comments on that. Guys, it was just a test on how they perform on stunts. I actually really like the FMJ on tracks. It races really nice. It's got an incredible traction. I don't really know about bumpy tracks. It does spin out easy on those, but on flat tracks, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, what I was referring to in the other video, it was just on how it performs on stunts, and that's exactly what we're going to be doing with the X80 Proto. We're going to be testing it on various types of stunts, how it performs compared to the cars that we know and that we're used to. So I'll skip over to until it's delivered. Alright guys, so we just got the message, your new X80 Proto is now confirmed, is going to be delivered to your garage, blah blah blah. Alright. There it is. Alright, I bought it in white, so secondary color is black. It does look kind of a bit like a missile. I mean, it does look badass. Oh, look at the back of this, man. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, let's go to LS Customs and let's go modify it.
Here for the magic touch.
Here for the magic touch. Okay, alright guys, so you know the deal. I'm gonna skip over this. What we're just gonna quickly do, we're gonna check out the extra mods that normal cars don't have. Like, I'm gonna fully upgrade brakes, armor, all that kind of stuff you guys know anyways. But wait, let's quickly check if it has any extra mods. Skirt, spoilers, wheels, windows. Not, apparently not. We can quickly check out the spoilers. GT wing, enhanced GT, and race wing. Alright, we'll just go with the race wing for now. And the other ones, I'm going to fast forward this because obviously you guys know the deal. Alright guys, so now we just fully customized this car. Gave it a paint job, put some off-road tires on it. Got all the upgrades to the max, so let's go check this baby out. Unfortunately, we don't have daylight right now, so I'll drive to my garage again so we can see it in the full light. We'll have some light in the races I'm going to be testing it on in a sec. It does feel very powerful. Alright, check that out. It does look really, really nice. So yeah, we'll start with a simple wall ride and just see how it does on a container wall ride. Let's go. Alright guys, so we're playing Wall Ride School 101. It's a very easy, simple, straight up container wall ride. Very easy in the usual suspects, Entity T20, Osiris, Centorno. Actually, any car will make this. Like, I've got no doubt that this one will also get over it, but let's just see how it feels on the wall. Alright, we're coming up to the wall ride already. It is quick. It is really quick. Oh, very responsive. This is really micro adjusting what I'm doing here. I was really scared to just Okay, I did hit it first try, but more in the direction of probably T20s and Torno in terms of responsiveness on the wall. How quick it'll react if you steer. Nothing like Entity or Infernus, for example. Also, nothing like the Osiris, really. But, wait, that was just the first impression, so let's do it again. Ah, yeah, very responsive. Very responsive. Actually, what I personally, some people love it, you know, some people love this on Torno and T20 on walls. I personally don't like it if they're so responsive. I like it on ascending wall rides, but not on horizontal ones. But the camera does... What I did realize that the camera zooms in on the back end of the car very quick. Which is very distracting. You don't have a good view on the wall. This wouldn't have happened in the major stunt cars. Again, you see my camera, how it's exactly behind the spoiler? Here, I'm losing my view now. The view is changing. This is not... doesn't help. It doesn't help at all. But yeah, anyways, it did definitely do the wall ride. It's just getting used to it, how what you prefer and how to steer on the wall. It was very responsive, so more direction of T20s and Torno, as I said. So let's check out the next stunt. Alright guys, so next up, we're gonna see how it crab slides. That means your car is sliding on the side of its car. It should stay in an, like that bump there, for example. Other cars wouldn't have went up that high. Rolled over to the side very easy there. Okay, so let's see how this one slides. No, doesn't work. Does not work. It wanted to tip over on its wheels. That's what the Entity does. No. Yeah. Okay. We can stop this test right here because it's definitely not one of the stunt-ready vehicles again, because you're gonna encounter crab slides in almost every new era stunt race. This car will not crab slide. I mean, this was very short crab slides, but you just saw it wants to tip over on its wheels right away. As soon as you got a longer crab slide, this one will go on its wheels. It's what the sports cars also do, except for the Felira, and also the Entity, for example, also goes on its wheels. And in the optimum case, it should be staying exactly on its side. If you're going to go on one of those crab rolls, it should be turning over on its roof, so you won't be able to use this in new era stunt races. Definitely not. It just failed big time there. Alright, let's check out the next stunt. Alright, let me quickly demonstrate for the people who aren't that familiar with all the new era stunt races what I meant with rolling over on your side. Like, Osiris is perfect for this, T20s and Torno, they all do it, you know? I'll quickly show you what I meant in that previous remark there on the other race. See how the car just rolls over and it'll connect to the other wall again. Now that, we just saw that in the previous race already. This will not work with the X79 Proton. No, wait, let's go check it out with the Proton. Alright guys, so we're coming up with the X69 Prologue, whatever. Now watch this not work here. I know it's not going to work. We just basically saw that already. Yeah, it goes on its wheels, you see? There's no way, it just turns the other way around, so definitely not a stunt-ready vehicle. They might still be coming, you know, like in the last video I was pretty disappointed because it was advertised very big, stunt-ready vehicles, this and that, but this is definitely a very quick car. I saw this on the track already, very, very quick. Seems like a bit of a game changer for the pure racing community, but definitely not for the stunning community. Doesn't work. Alright guys, so next what I'm going to test with the X80 PROTO is barge spirals, barge wall rides with the backside of the barge. Now I'm confident that we will get through this because any car will get through this. You can do this in a Turismo, even in a Banshee. It's not great to do it in those cars, but these are stunts that every car will get through. We're just going to see how it feels in the stunt now, like basically what kind of feeling we have, if we have the traction we have with the other cars, if we don't have the traction, if it sticks to the wall in the spiral, if you can correct your line easily, stuff like that. So yeah, let's quickly, I'll quickly fast forward until we come up to the stunt. Or wait, you can just watch me drive the track, because some of you guys probably also... it is so quick. I think, you know what it is? It's so quick that you basically want to brake earlier or let off the gas earlier. You're used to doing it later with the other cars, but this one's just so quick. It's definitely have to get used to this one here. But the acceleration is enormous. It's unbelievable. Alright, so basically we're coming up to it. Now I'll first just go straight through it without yanking on the steering. I'll do that on purpose in the next run. We'll just go through it and see how it feels going through it straight. Let's go. Man, the view. Did you see that? I did... Man, any car will make a spiral. I've never like it. Like with my camera settings, how I have it in all the other cars, you see your car. But this one, I didn't... Look how close the camera zooms in. There. Look at this. Ah, man. Not even for basic stuff. Not even recommended for that. You know where that happens? Camera tends to zoom in very close on the... and they lose speed. That's when that happens. I know that from certain ascending wall rides and stuff where you really want to do it in the... I just tried to correct my line. I saw it was very slippery there, trying to correct the line. So yeah, basically I don't even need a second try on this because it's very clear. It seemed to lose speed, and if it wasn't that, it's definitely not a nice feeling going through there because you lose your camera view. So yeah, and like I said, I'm not even going to test it on spirals because obviously every car can make a spiral. It's just, is it good for a spiral? Like spiral, I still think the Zentorno is best for if you have to correct harshly. Osiris is also very good, but if you want to yank it over in a spiral, the Zentorno you can just pull on your steering so hard it will not spin out. Osiris is similar to a T20 for example. It's very quick, but it will spin out. It is very slippery in the spiral. But yeah, anyways, next test failed again. Very basic stunt. Any car can do this. I'd probably have better results in the Turismo here. It's a pity. It's really a pity, but failed. Sorry. Alright guys, so next up we're going to drive this baby down a building wall. Any car can do this. So this one should definitely also make it. It didn't. Any car will do this. It didn't. Didn't stick to the wall. Yeah, okay, now it's stuck. Ah, but it lasted again. Okay. Yeah, anyways, it did work, but not it didn't really stick, you know? Like, also the second try, it kind of stuck to the wall briefly, and then it disconnected again, and the back wheel just came off, and other cars would just stick to this one. So yeah, basically also a fail. Big shout out to King JMK on that note. King JMK loops. Okay, next stunt. Guys, so next X80 prologue on an ascending wall ride with a rather slippery surface. Ah, it's so responsive, man. It's just so hard to get used to that. Much more even in this instance than the Zentorno T20 would be, I think. It's just micro tapping what I'm doing here, micro steering. But again, as you saw there, we lost our view as soon as we got to the middle part of the wall. I zoomed in to the front of the car, went in really close, and we basically lost our view. So I wouldn't recommend it. Never. Not. You will get around it. Like any car will eventually make this, but it's not your first choice. Definitely not. Alright guys, final test again. Freaky Leaks, huge loop racing, number 3. Did the same with the FMJ and the Reaper. This can make or break the car, even though there's not much to be saved here. It failed on so much already. Like from all we've seen up to now, it's definitely not advised for stunt racing. And yeah, what? Yeah, it did get around. So it did maintain that speed. It does have that raw acceleration that you need to... Oh! Terrible! me too. Oh, terrible. So yeah, hitting containers is a very large part of stunt racing. Saw what just happened when we hit that container there. Like, we use containers to guide the cars. Also, if you're not used to stunt racing, all these containers, they're there for a reason. I always see people driving around the containers. They're not meant to be obstacles. You are supposed to drive in them. They line your car up. What just happened there, the car just totally wanted to flip over. It didn't let itself guide, it wasn't guided by the container, but it was just slammed up against it and went off the track. So yeah, it did have that acceleration, but hitting the containers after that was a disaster. So also in this instance, again, definitely not recommended. You do better with the T20s and Torno or the Osiris. So yeah, guys, in conclusion, like I said in the beginning of the video, we're just testing it on stunts. This is not a subjective or objective or whatever opinion on whether the car is cool or if I like it in general. I just did a comparative test on stunts that worked very well with the main stunt vehicles and compared it to it, and it epically failed. There's absolutely no way serious stunt racers will be racing in this car. Maybe on record laps it will be harder to make the stunts than in normal vehicles. It basically failed on almost every stunt we did, so definitely not recommended for stunt racing. They did advertise stunt-ready vehicles, so I'm guessing they're still up there in the pipeline, and they're going to be released with the stunts update, with the creator update, where we're going to get the tubes and all that. But up to now, this one seems like a fucking beast for pure racing, definitely. But it's just not recommended on stunt races because it just can't. There's no way to hold up with the main stunt cars, especially on the certain types of stunts. Like, for example, I also didn't test a roller coaster because obviously someone would have to build one for it, because dummy proofing is very specific to the type of car you do a stunt on. And but I'm not getting my hopes up that this would even work, because we saw when it bounced into containers that it just bounces off the containers right away. And it's not being guided by containers. So yeah, it's a pity, like the small stuff, for example with the containers, you know? For example with the containers, just let it bounce off the container like any regular car, you know? It's such a pity that this one will basically crash when you go into a container. But yeah, anyways, that was my quick first impressions on this new car we got on the X75. No, wait, it's X80. Wait, what is it? X80 something. I'll definitely keep it in my garage for all the pure races, which I also really enjoy a lot. You don't see that a lot in my videos, but I do really enjoy that. And but I won't be using this on stunt races. No way, Jose, no way. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. You probably saw a lot of speed tests and stuff. This was my take on the stunt readiness of this vehicle. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. I'll definitely be checking out the news when they come, the stunt ready vehicles. I'll be there to test them all. Alright, I'll see you guys. I'm out, and check you in the next video. Peace!